The question comes up quite often that people want to know, how do you dial in your grinder? It seems to be a mystery at times. So I'm going to show you the basics of dialing in the grinder. And of course, everything's a little bit variable depending on the machine that you have, the grinder you have, the beans you're using, the humidity in the room, how fresh the beans are. There's a million different variables. But today we're going to dial in Velton's Bonsai, which is fairly fresh. It's only a couple of weeks old, so that's, relatively fresh. And we're down in Portland, and we thought, well, we'll take the opportunity to show you guys a little bit of dialing in a grinder. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you what it would be like if it's ground to coarse. And what you're looking for at the end result is 2 ounces for a double shot to be produced, and you have to have something to measure 2 ounces. And you want it to be produced between 25 to 30 seconds. Now taste it. Sometimes it could be 38 seconds, sometimes it could be 20 seconds and all that. 20 to 30 seconds. So take and taste it at different levels, different times, and see what it tastes like, because every coffee is a little bit different. That's just a rule of thumb. So let's go from here, and we're going to do it. Grind out some coffee. I just made a change in the grind setting of this Rocky grinder here. When you do that, you want to grind out about a portafilter's worth, double, and toss it. The burrs are 2 items that there's a top burr and a bottom burr, and they come together, and in between those burrs, the old grind setting, the old grounds will still be in there. So you got to get rid of those to reflect the new setting that you made. It's a messy process. It takes time. It takes about a pound of coffee sometimes on a brand new machine. Make sure it's the same person dialing it in too from grind to grind, because I distribute it like this into all the nooks and crannies. I tamp. My tamp might be a little bit different than the next person's tamp. So one person doing all the variables, and only do one variable at a time. So we have a shot glass here. It's going to show us our 2 ounces, and we also have a timer. So as soon as I push that, I'm pushing this. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the 2 ounces is right there. And the timer's right there. We're at 14 seconds. All right, 18 seconds. So that tells me that came out too fast. That tells me that my grind is too coarse. So what I'm going to do is, typically you only want to make small increments on this. I'm going to go, overboard and see what happens. I'm going to go too far. I'm going to go to the other extreme just to show you what happens if you go too far in the other direction. Pound it out. Grind out some, like I said. Get rid of it. Helps to have about the same amount of grams of coffee in the portafilter each time, and if it's better for you to weigh it and tare it with a scale, then do that. It'll make it more accurate for you. If not, just do what I'm doing. I don't get all fussy about it. What do I do with the tamper? Tamp it. Get this excess off the top. I'm going to just dump this in the drip tray since we don't have anything right here. All right, I got to clear this out. Take that back to 0. And then we're going to start again. That's coming out pretty slow. Let's see what the timer says, though. The timer tells the story. And the 2 ounces, if you can't see it, it's right to there. We're at not even 1.5 ounces and we're at 25 seconds already. "37 seconds. I should have tasted the other one. If it came out fast like it did, it would typically be sour. This one's over-extracted. It should typically be bitter. I'm giving up one for the team here. Oh yeah, that's nasty. Too bitter. So now, I'm going to take this down to a midpoint between those 2 points that I was working at. I was at about number 9, and then I took it down to number 5. Now I'm taking it to about 7. I think we're going to get a lot closer with this 3rd try. And it might take you more than 3 for sure. Get rid of the old grind. Tamp it. Having an even tamp makes a difference too. Not so much how fast it's going to come out, but how even it's going to come out. I want to rinse that out so you can see the 2 ounce mark a little easier. Okay, let's try this one. Let's do it like this so you can actually see it. Now you can see that one's a little bit faster. That might be just still a little bit too fast. We're at 1.5 ounces, 18 seconds. 22 seconds. Let me taste that. I think 1 notch down and we're going to have it perfect. Or the other thing that you can do, if you're getting really close but you're just off by a couple of seconds from where you really want to be, you can either hit the tamp a little bit harder or soften up on the tamp, and that just compresses it more or less, the coffee. That tastes a lot better than the last one did. I'm going to take one more tweak and I think we got it. Once you dial this in like this, you certainly, you want to grind every time for your brew. Don't grind it ahead and then use it. The results will not be good. If for some reason you're not consistent on the amount of grams in there, that's going to change your pour as well. Less grams of coffee pours faster. Okay. This is going to be charm, I think. Let's turn it around. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. You get coffee all over everything here. We're at 22 seconds right now. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the good one. 29 seconds. Looks good. Tasting tells the story. Here, you want to taste it? Not bad, not bad. I would probably speed it up just a little bit more, but not much. It's just Velton's coffee. I mean, it's just, every coffee's a little bit different. So bear that in mind. The age of your coffee is going to make a difference. In the professional cafes, They dial in their grinders several times a day, depending on the humidity in the air. Everything changes throughout the day. And so they're constantly tweaking it to make it good just for you when you go in and get a cup. But you can do the same thing at home. Just follow my directions, and have any questions, call us or watch the video one more time and refresh yourself. Thanks a lot for coming down.